Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to today's panel discussion. We will be panel topic is inequity in funding budget between sport branches. We will be discussing the important issue of inequity in funding between sport. We often see some sport receiving significant attention, while others are left behind. I'd like to start with a government representative. Here we have a interview. One is Mr. Zaki as Ministry of Youth and Sport representative. Interview 2 we have Miss Aulia as head of a less popular sport. Interview 3 we have Miss Ita as athlete volleyball. Interview 4 we have Mr. Amin as sport economic expert. I'd like to start with a government representative. How exactly is the current budget allocation system, Mr. Jackie?
Thank you. Fundamentally, thank you. Fundamental budget allocation takes into account several key indicators, such as national and international achievements, medal potential, and the sport popularity among the public. Furthermore, the efficiency of funds is also take into consideration. However, acknowledge that this system still creates inequities, less popular sport with significant potential.
Okay. Now let's hear from the sport that feel they are not getting enough attention. From Miss Aulia.
Thank you. Head of a less popular sport, we face serious funding constraints, particularly in terms of athlete development, training facilities, and participation in championship. Yet, our athletes have high potential and enthusiasm. Without adequate support, it will be difficult for us to develop and compete. We have for budget equality so that all sport have fair opportunities.
Interesting. Now, from the volleyball athlete perspective, what is the direct impact, Ms. Kifa?
Thank you. The impact is very noticeable. Training facilities are often inadequate, equipment is limited, and even to compete, we have to raise our own fund or rely on private sponsor. This continually affect our focus, motivation, and performance. Many talent athletes ultimately drop out the to limited sport.
Okay. How about from a sport economic perspective? How do you feel this issue, Mr. Amin?
Thank you. This inequality excites because the system is still oriented towards short-term profit and media exposure. Popular sport, the two receive more funding because they are considered profitable. However, if medical propel other sports also have long-term economic potential and exhibition more equitable that data-driven and transparent policies are needed.
Okay. For the problem, what solution do you think you will offer to this problem, Miss Aulia?
Resort C version 2. Head of a less popular sport brand. Number 2. Net basic and potential basic funding system. The budget is not only based on popular but also consider the real need and potential development of this sport. Number 2. Minimum budget equity. Establish minimum funding standard for all sport brands to ensure continued development.
How about you, Mr. Zaki?
Resource person 1. Ministry of Youth and Sport. Number 1. Budget transparency and accountability. The government needs to disclose funding allocation that data clearly so the public can monitor it. Number 2. Partnership with the private sector and sponsor and collaboration with companies to support less popular sport.
Miss Gita?
Infrastructure development and athlete development, focus and training facilities, quality coach, and long-term development programs.
What do you think, Mr. Amin?
Regular and data-driven operation. Every policy needs to be evaluated regularly to ensure fair and effective budget distribution.
Alright everyone, apa sih ngomong apa ya tadi? Alright everyone, way is done. Here we will answer some questions from the people. Starting from the question number 1, which will be answered by Mr. Jackie.
Thus number 1 to 3. Raise the focus on the leading cabur actuality athletes the injustice in the national sport system. Focusing on the leading sport can indeed aggravate injustice, but not always. It all depends on how the policy is carried out. On the hand, this policy often makes the inequality bigger. Cabur who is already strong. For example, those who often wins medal will continue to get more funding, facilities, and attention, while other cabur are left behind. Successful talented athletes from non-superior athletes can lose the opportunity to develop just because the athletes are not priorities, not because of lack of potential. But on the other hand, focusing on the superior cabur also has a general reason. The country wants budget efficiency and result such achievements in international events, SEA Games, Asian Games, Olympics. Which limited resources the government tend to cost saber with a high chance of medal.
Okay. The question number 2,
Number
we will answer for Miss Aulia.
Number 2, Surya Pahlevi. How can we create a more equitable budget distribution between sports? How to create a more equitable budget distribution between sports? Number 2, Number 1, use a criteria basic system, not subjective. Define clear indicator. For example, achievement, national, international medal. Future potential, early childhood development, number of athlete and community participation. Financial net, some sports are indeed offensive, such as swimming or athletics. This is why the budget is only allocated to favorite sport. Number 2, combination of merit equity, merit achievement. Top sport continue to receive more sport to maintain their performance. Equity development under underdeveloped sport continue to receive basic funding to grow. So it is not unequal, but it is not simple. Distributed evenly either.
Alright, here we will answer the question number 3. The answer by Miss Gita.
Number 3, Zihan, what are concrete solutions to reduce the budget gap without sacrificing playing sports that have achieved success? Reducing the sport budget gap without sacrificing playing sport requires a priority-based approach, performance-based efficiency, and diversification of funding sources. The following are concrete solutions: sport by concrete policy. Number 1. Performance-based funding reform. Implementation of a tiering system. The budget is not distributed equally but is focused on leading sport with medal targets for the Olympics, Asian Games, and SEA Games. Mapping of 21 leading sport focusing APBN and APBD. Funding on sport include in the National Sport Grant for the Olympics and Paralympics. Budget promotion and relegation have performing sport receive increased allocation will non-priority sport that do not meet performance target have their budget gradually reduced. Number 2, management efficiency. Efficiency does not have to be sacrificial. Focus on sport skills, redirecting non-urgent operational budget towards sport skills, athlete nutrition, and training technology for maximum efficiency. Budget management, digitalization, async application such as SIPKD to monitor finance in real time, reducing inefficiencies by up to 25 and increasing transparency. Activity rationalization, reducing a number of less crucial oversights throughout tournament and replacing them with intensive training camps within the country.
Alright, we have the question number 4 will be answered by Mr. Amin.
Okay, I will answer the question from Kiara. How are organizations working to address this funding gap? Organization, particular non-profit organization and civil society organization are addressing their disruption through various strategies to ensure operational continuity. Based on data, the following are key efforts: diversifying funding source. Organization reduce dependence on a single donor base, seeking multiple revenue sources, such as grant from various institutions, individual donors, and corporate partnership. Developing social enterprise, reducing dependence of donor by selling products or services to generate independent income. Entraining transparency and accountability. Establishing clear legal frameworks, transparent financial system, and reliable reporting reporting maintenance to insurance partner or donor truths, developing adaptive financial practice, adapting to the changing landscape, and prioritizing projects that align with the organization primary goal of sustainability. Utilizing technology and philanthropy, using technology for fundraising campaigns and engaging philanthropic organizations as facilitators to break the gap in resources.
Okay, we have the last question from the people. We will be answered by Mr. Jackie. How do you think about the question?
Mana? Okay. Number 5 topic. What is the cost of budget unfairness in some suburbs that are not famous in some regions? And what is our solution so that the sport can be known in the regions and get sufficient budget? The budget inequity of lesser known sport in Indonesia region is generally caused by limited funds. Budget priorities on popular sport, football, badminton, lacks of infrastructure, and weak and uneven athlete training.
Those are some questions we have answered. The conclusion is inequity in funding between sports is a real problem that directly impacts athlete development and national sporting achievement. A system that focuses too much on popularity and short-term profit needs to be reformed to be more equitable, transparent, and potential based. With equitable budget distribution, facility support, and collaboration between the government, the private sector, and the community, all sport will have an equal opportunity to develop and achieve. Ultimately, equity in funding is not just about the distribution of funds, but also about building a more inclusive and sustainable future for sport. Alright everyone, today this is a panel discussion we inequity in funding budget between sport branches. Thank you for watching. And then see you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.